here at the jammies again. Working on getting myself moved out of the way of me. Oh my gosh. But as I said, you know, when I'm doing these things and I'm working and I'm picking up, you know, my place, and then I'm listening to my music. Well, I'm in tune with the music, but I'm in tune with me. And while I'm in tune with me, I'm channeled in to me, higher me, you know, higher me, the real me, Lord Shiva, the whole me. I'm the tiny me, and so, and then others come in and speak too while you're in tune. You're in tune with the whole collective when you're channeling in, and so I had. I had my music playing. I'm gonna put the music back on so you can see and you can feel and receive the vibrations that comes through, with me, because I'm channeled in, and if I'm channeled in, you'll be channeled in, right? Of course. I'm still working on getting clothes on, so I'm so glad that you invite me into your life with these jammies on, and it helps make my day go much better and easier, because I don't have to be a pretender, you know what I'm saying? I don't like being a pretender. I like being me and all of me, okay? And I mean, you may be surprised at some of the things I may just come on here with, okay? Seriously, more or less, because why? It's called losing control of another, having that dominion over your life, and you're taking back control, rather, without another having dominion over your life. You're having your own control. You're taking it back for you. So and I must play my theme song first before we get moving with things that I want to show you. When I'm channeled in and how I can bring you what I want you to have more. So when I'm channeled with music, for some reason, that is my my button. Okay, I'm not sure, but it has to be. Yeah, it's like I'm in my freedom, I'm fixing my camera. Namaste.
Yes. Now I gotta get the room. I got some things on my floor I must pick up so my feet get stuck, you know. I'm in love with you. Yes. Love. That's why I want you to fall in love with Africa. Or not just Africa, but other countries as well. But we're mostly speaking of Africa on this particular song because this was a dedication to Africa and to the orphanage that is in my care of the 3 that I'm asking for donations for. So that song is the beginning of all my videos that I play it so that it is a reminder that before you leave the video of watching or receiving, that you would give a donation to those 3 orphanages over in Africa that I am in care of for however reason, I have no clue, but I have them in my care, and I am looking to help them make sure that they don't run out of food, because in Africa there is no assistance over there as over here. They have to pay before they see the doctor something on the hospital bill, regardless of how much they do. But if they don't have it, what do they do? Which they usually don't have it, right? And if they don't have food and they run out of food, they have to find food on the street, in the garbage, and whatever means there has been a way for them to find it. If you think this is poor over here, it's poor over there. The poor of poorest over here is not the poorest of poor over there. This is like sort of working class. That's like poor, okay? The poor over here would be like working class compared to theirs. That's what I'm illustrating here. So, I'm thinking, all day here, I'm thinking with my thoughts of what is the solution to the future. That's where we're going. What is the solution to finding the balance so that we all have a little piece of the pie, if that's all that is available? But will the pie run out? Not in this time of life. No, it will never run out. So how much of the pie do we want? No skips on it, because it's plentiful, and it will never run out. It has enough to go around millions of more years on this planet, or any other timeline if you want to be in. So, in order to get everyone to receive that and believe that it is what it is, and that they're able, or they're more than welcome to take as much of that pie as they really want, and to know that you can do this, not just to believe, but to know that you can, and know that it is yours to have. So rather than for you to have this portion, when you can have this much, why wouldn't you why won't you, if you know that, but do you know it? That's the problem. That's where we're at here. It's not so much of a problem, but that is where we would consider the case that needs a solution, or the solution with the case. Okay, because the world is turning, and the which would say the planet, and which is the world that you live in, and the world that you are in, but yet not in. Okay, because yet you're in this little world that you live in, but this world here is turning as well. Yet on the inside, it is turning too. So remember the wheel in the middle of the wheel. There you have that operation is operating. But how big is the wheel? And how many middles does it have? Do you know? You've got to get to the source to find that out, see? And so the thing is, there's an answer that is lying right beside the lie, because the truth reveals, even though the lie is still there. And when the truth has revealed itself, therefore there has to be where there is a way to put it into place where we're only not just able to allow it to be brought over into here, but allowing it to be spread it into the fineness of itself, and it is so life, so much life source there for you to grab a hold to it. But let's stay at the little hole, because you in the little ones is the one I want, the ones in the little hole, because you're not knowing that your hole has openings on it, and that you can come out, and you can look for a bigger one that's more entreating than where you at, one that's a lot more fulfilling. You don't have to stay in this one. But how do you not know that you're not fulfilled while you're in that hole? How do you not? How would you know that you're not? When there it's been so much lies has been sown in there, it's really thick, the atmosphere. But when you've been into something for so long, it's hard to look out of the fog and to have enough belief and hope that there is a way out of that fog, that fog is not something that is made to last forever, that it will lift and the sun will shine again. But you must know this, that will happen. So if you've not been educated, yet you've been indoctrinated, how would you know there is a much better way? There is a way that has not been told to you before. See? You see what I'm saying? So if there is something that you are coming and counteracted with now, that is sound that's a foreign language to you, that is exactly what it is. This is foreign language that I'm giving you, foreign information, foreign message. This is a foreign message. It wasn't born here. It hasn't took residence from here. So it is foreign. now what I have to present to you is this foreign language that I'm bringing in your way of receiving it, not my way, but to give it to you as you would receive it, so that you must understand, as the language would come out, or receive what I am saying. So that you will hear what I am saying, and you would feel what I'm saying, and then you would know that is what I'm saying, and then you would act on it. That's what I'm working on with the music and the vibrations, because that's what I have it there. That's mine. That's my freedom. If I can get you to come in there with me and feel that, and then somehow maybe you can feel the same for you and the freedom, or you will find something that is giving you. Maybe you like some men and some women, they like to pounce things, and some like to plant things. And when you're planting, you're going there. You're feeling the soil, the plants. But you're not only just feeling it with your physical, you're feeling it with your spirit. And you and the plant and the soil is connecting. But you're really not connecting here, you're connecting there. Because that, as above, so below, remember? If you're planting here, you're planting there too. Trust me, you are. Because you're in multi universes and parallel timelines. So it's something that's happening there is happening here. Same thing, because we are the same. We're not different. I'm there, but I'm also here. Okay? You see? That's how it works. And my solution, I'm going to play some more music. My solution was thinking, wow, it's so much, it's so many shallow minds. There's so much shallow things that is in operation. It's shallow, very shallow. And I said, well, how do we come away from that? How do we make that better? That it's not shallow. How do we move it out of shallowness and bring it into another level, higher? Education, we know, but how do you educate them when they're all scattered like roaches or ants? They're everywhere. And ants have, they build their little hills. I don't know what roaches do. Do they have, underneath tunnels or something? You know what I'm saying? Hey, watch those bug movies. They talking about you when you watch those bug movies. That's about you. And the ant movie and all that. That's speaking about here. So, because I see so many different mind of people operating on the planet, so you almost don't know whether they're kind of they're programmed. You can see that part because in the program you all do the same exact things. You just may have a little twist on how you do it, or you may be doing it this moment in this second, and then another one is doing it in another second. And just like I say, when you go to the gas station, how many is going to be there when you get there? When you go to the grocery store, how many are going to be there when you get there? You're not the only one doing it in the same program mind, but on different sides of the town. They're still doing it on that side, they're on this side. So you're totally programmed. And you do not do anything any different than the other one. But that can change. You have to be the one to change it, because you have to first know that you are in the program, and that what you are operating with as far as your capacity of thinking and thoughts is only this much. It's not a lot. So you want to be able to know how to break free from these slow, vibrating, low, dense thoughts by opening up and looking for the truth of what is and what isn't. You got to look for the truth, because the lie sits and what you see right now, everything that you see that is good, it's really bad. And everything that you see that is bad, it's really good. Because you have not been, like I say, educated. You've been indoctrinated. And that goes with the church world as well, and every other being, person, the way you want to call yourself, on the planet. Now, we must get you from indoctrinate you. You have to become unindoctrinated, because you got to break out of the program. And then you become educated, and then you begin to learn your roots, your truth of who you are, of your planet, and why does it even evolve, and how do you evolve, and why have you evolved to where you're at today, and what is it that the elites have that you do not have. You know, they have everything broke into, it's in like, everything is like in threes, okay? Things happen in threes all the time on this planet. It operates in three. But why does it operate in three? Because it's a copy of the way it operates up in heaven, in high. And in high, you have the three. You have hell, you have underworld, and then you have heaven. Now, just because we put them out in three doesn't mean they just that simple. They have layers too, stacks, and then they have density. So, out of the three, they're not just that small. So in your underworld, is what you would call in the purgatory. That's your purgatory. That's what purgatory is. It's the underworld. It's not hell. It's not heaven. It's in between. Okay? But you in there. That's where you've been. That's where you've been being educated. That's a life of education and resurrection and what I want to say and I want to say not resurrection but resolutions and yeah and institutions and all of that. That's what's inside of purgatory. That's where your learning experiences come in at. Okay? Now, you have been in hell, and you have learned in there as well, because that has been the darkest days of times in life, of being here. And a lot of things took place, and you were part of it. and then things evolved from one life source of energy into another way, and civilizations came in, and civilizations left out, and all the mythology that you can find is written in history, and it's not put away from you. You've been put away from it. Okay, but it was always in front of you. You just was not aware to know that it was there to see. In fact, you were so unaware that you believed that in history it was all about the what was happening here, the history of the war, the craziest thing you ever want to know history of, and it's the most ignorant thing you want to even believe however they created the wars, for you to be a part of it, and then they create something else to make it happen. You know, they've done so many crazy, just to keep you in an enslaved mentality, where you're giving out your energy to source of energies that believe in chaos and only in chaos, and that's all they are, and they live in that, and that's all they ever did, and that's all they ever wanted was chaos, because that's food to them. And if it's food, and they enjoy it, okay, just like you would have somebody here on this planet that enjoys some certain type of foods or whatever, and you enjoyed it so much it was you was taken over by greed and gluttony, and so how deep can that rabbit hole go? Go down there and see, find out. It's pretty deep. Trust me, extreme. And they used the paper, which was nothing but a piece of paper, grinded from wood, to make you want it so much. It's spelled to that you were willing to do anything to get it. Some of you, not all of you. Maybe at one time you have. So don't get that too in your head that you didn't. The majority, from what I know, whatever goes around comes around, and you may not have had it this time life, but you wouldn't have had it another time life, and if you didn't get it that time, you got another one, and so it just came out to be what it was. Except that in the times of you going through with, like the washing machine, you wash some of it off. You don't get entwined with it so deep to where it becomes the consuming of you. Then you become consumed. That's what they brought you here on these timelines that they falsely put you in, which is not your truly timeline, and it was never your truly timeline. It was false timelines built, and you've been living on them. Now they're taking you back to the 1600s, where you are before they came in and invaded your life on your planet, and your timeline, which was been 16 something, just right behind that 1654 is where they're taking you back, which was a false timeline put in. So they got to put you off the false time and put you on your real timeline. So we're going back to about 16. Who knows, 44, anything that's behind 54, you know, as long as you're not doing on the same false line that you've been living on. And then they start changing you, and there was all false lines, timelines, and they kept building. And then when they wanted you to agree with something, they'll get it all put out there in your head, and then and get it to moving, and then everybody agree with it, and there they go to wars, and they created wars to make a war. They did a lot of things that you just need to go and look at the living library and study it up and find out yourself, and stop staying in the blank of the mind that has not given you any greatness of yourself, none whatsoever, because all the things you ever went into church for, wherever you went and gave your life to, was never to you. It was always for something other than you. But you go into church and you're serving the Lord. I'm serving the Lord. You ain't serving yourself, so why are you serving the Lord? Give your own self some service first, then go serve the Lord. The Lord serve his own self and herself. How many Lords you got? A lot of them. I mean, you're going to serve them all? Well, you're going to just serve one. Serve them all. Why are you going to serve them? Why are you going to serve more than one God? Serve all the gods. Why are you going to serve one? Who is he or her? You think they're gone? You think they died? Huh? Did you really think they died? Really? Yeah, right. So when you believe in that you're the human with the name on it, is what you're going to end up being until you decide that you do not want to be a human, which is mean human, I mean it's a more animal man. That's not what you are in today. You're not even a human. That's more your beast life. You are a mankind now. Now you are mankind. But yet even in that gets you out of the beast. Now you're a clean beast, but you don't want to stay that. You want to become a spirit, and spirit is what you must become. And you will not become that under the false pretenses of lies and truth, where you're in church and then learning out of the Bible, because those are only where they have been brought to you in a common man's mind, giving it to you out of a common man's mind, not tapped into the energy of who they are to order to receive the truth of who the source of them is, whatever. Because if you're not into you, you're not into the source. You're not into the source. Because you must be into you first, but not to you, but to me. Use in your language. Because it's not a you, it's a me. A me has to go into the me, and the me come into the whole of the source energy, and you are become into the whole source. Now you tapped in, because everything is in there that dwells in the spirit realm. Yeah. And even in that, there's energies that will manifest in a unloving way. So in that moving into the whole, you got to learn. You got to go into where the true heart of the source energy that spells out nothing but pure love, absolutely pure love, and nothing else can come in there with it except for that. So in that travel to get into that pure love, there's other ways of energy that flows, that you will have a place and a times that you will come into an encounter with it, because it's not just flowing as it may, as it sounds, but the way it works is that as you keep going around that spiral, that is like the cycle of the washing machine, the cycle of this, you're coming into complete, pure, unadulterated essence of love and purity and everything that comes within that you are evolving into, because you're coming all the way from totally being physical to totally spirit, and nothing outside of that. And because you believe that in spirit that you're not visible, but you are. You're just you're not visible to a lower vibration. But in your own vibrations, you are visible, and there's others that would be in the same vibration you are, and you and them are interacting with each other and encountering with one another on a whole different way of life. And in that, you still want to have that where it's, like I say, it's not dark, but it's a fragrance, or it's a sound and a fragrance that interacts with one another as you're in there. And their fragrance may not set well with yours. It may not give you what you are needing in your energy to give you, whatever that you're evolving yourself in. So you can't. So it's going to act the same way, but yet your formula is constantly changing into the greater of itself. It's giving the true formula. If you're making milk or honey or whatever you're making, and you made a batch, and this batch, it was so good. Then you make more, and it keeps coming, and it keeps getting better, and it just keeps getting better, and until that better is no more. It is, it's so blended to where it's just nothing be taken away and nothing can be added. It's just still. Now that's where you have to get into, but that's a long ways up there, okay? So, yet it isn't, because you can entertain that right now, and you're in the smallest little energy of itself, a speck of it, of the the source energy. So, like I said, it can be this big, but it can be that tiny. But in that pure of it, energy of itself, it is the same, and it flows in the same. It feels the same too. Feels the same, exactly. So when you are being taught by common man, then common man teaches common man. So when you have what you have in the time that you have, what it in the church world that they call, they're giving you is something that is only in common man. You're not giving in the whole and in the pure, where it is not coming from any man at all. It's not coming in from no man. It is not coming in from any lettering of words of any source of thing that has been already what do you call it? The words be coming to my thoughts, and I have to bring it down. Solidified, I think. Solidified. Yeah, I think that's the word. But where it hasn't brought forth no more of any substance than what it is able to bring forth itself in, which it has been utilized in many different energy ways. It means that it is not going to give you any more than what it's giving, and that's all it's going to give. Because it's not written in the highest of conscious that gives you the pure light that has to come in or has to come forth. Not only in this word, but that has to be in you. That's just there to give you, they say, a guideline. And it does. You can get a guideline off of it. But you must move away from it after a period of time, because you can't just stay there on that guideline. It does not give you what you have to reach into the higher of highest to get it. You got to get it from the pure, where truth has not been brought in with the lie, to lie with the lie. It has not been given to common man. That truth, it's not put in. Only when you get it channeled from the source it comes through itself, which will be your higher self first, which is your God and is your parent that parents you while you're here. And when you're tapped in, that's the first one you're going to tap into is your higher self, you, with your own God. And as you're tapped in that, you can also tap into the other energies that's in the same energies around you, you see. Like your angels or, any other dimension of beings. They have many, or creator. They say, I don't know. Do they tap into creator? Because my channel doesn't come in like that. I'm channeled into the all, to the whole, the completion. And so I don't have a specific energy that I'm connecting to. However, when I do connect to one specific, I'm aware who that one is. And that I know, because I can tap into my own, which is Lord Shiva. I can tap into some of the other ones. And then I know that I'm in tune with them, Pleiadians. I love to tap in with the trillions. I think I have, but I'm not sure, and I want to. So I may one day, channel in with them. But I'm always tapping with the Pleiadians because that's where I'm from and the origin of it. So what you must do is get your mind into your own heart, into your own world, into your own life, into your own self, into your own knowing of what you are and who you are, and begin to look for yourself and find who you are. Find out the truth of who you are, not the lie. And know that there is something that is much bigger and a whole lot much greater, and yet just as small as you can imagine it to be. That is something that is there to give you the right answer, what you're looking for. It will break that barren open that you got there. That is not letting anything in and not letting anything out. And you got to be able to do both of them actually, but one of them at least got to go. Something's got to go out in order for something to come in. And if you're going to bring something in, then you got to have room for it to come in. And then when it comes in, then you need to continue to see what is it able to do when it comes in. What is it for? Is it there to shine a light on something that needs to go? Is it there to, because you're bringing it in, you see, with your desires. Yeah. And what you want. And decide that you want to be in a better person or than what you are. And you want to live a better life, a higher life. And you want to know what it is to find what is in spirit. You want to know what spirit is. You want to believe that there is a spirit and that there is another part of you that does not agree with certain things that you do in life, and that it is not made to put it in certain things in life, but because it's a lot more clean and pure than you are, and yet it still serves you as you serving yourself right there. It's still there. It doesn't leave, but you're not using it in the right way. You're allowing this part of you to be the one that takes you where it wants to go and puts you in the way of life, but this does not have life in it. It only has what it has, dark energy, nothing that has not been used already. It has to not breathe so shallow. Got to get more breath in. But when you being taught by common men, you just learning from what's been common man done taught common man. So what you need to do is get in tune with you, yourself, your higher self, your me, or the energy that is in the whole of source of the earth, the planet where you live at. The energy that is just in waves, and it comes through all the time. It's always around you. Always around you. And you begin to look outside of the box, outside of the circle. And if you've repeatedly done things over and over and over again, that's not in the line of who you are. That's in the line of who you're not. But there's a program. And so you don't even know who you are when you're in that program. You are believing that you are the body, and that name that you walk around here with is you, but it's not. And you keep putting yourself on that name. That name's gonna keep putting you in that place where you're at. You'll always be in that name. And yeah, believe me, the only thing that at this time is going to keep you from going to the dumps where you would be forever is that what they have done is lighten the energy and taken it off this planet. They've moved a lot of the heavy, dark energies off of here. They've moved away a lot of things that would have kept you held back. They've taken most of it off. A lot of it's gone. And they brought in more of the peace and light and joy and harmony and energy that brings a calmness over the people. And that is what's going to help you. That is what's helping you to get more stable. But things are going to get even much faster. They're going to speed up things on you, and things are going to have to, start being broken down and build back up again. So you won't have a lot of still things that want to keep control. Once they get the churches and things off the planet where they ain't praising Yahweh and Jesus, where they don't even know who they're praising. Do you know that the blood Satanists believe in Jesus too, and they say they worship him because you don't know who Jesus is. Keep believing him. You don't know nothing because you're not educated. You keep thinking that Jesus is the way. Give me a break. What way? The way you think you're going? The way is to your own energy, to your own heart, to your own self, to your own energy, your own soul consciousness, to your own me, and live in the heart of your energy, of your soul. And don't be holding back. If somebody gets you out in a bind in a twinkle and it's not making you feel good, you get them off of you. Do not let them overpower you with their energy and their words and keep you from being yourself and not allowing you to become who you want to become because you think you're supposed to be married. Oh, my husband, that was a trick of the devil from the day they put it on there. Why do you think they got to get married? You don't need no marriage. What you need is to know that who you are and become yourself, and don't be putting yourself in everybody's body and them coming in your body, and you don't have to be with nobody but yourself. And when that day comes that you need to be with somebody, oh, honey, they will be right there. And you are not going to want them in that manner way anymore after you get back into your whole, your me. Because you're not going to want that lustful life of living. That's what it is. It's in lust. You think lust is just lust? No, it's a tribe. You got a whole tribe of people. The energy's working in it. And greed and what is the other one? All your seven deadly sins. Them your overcomers right there. And they're not just there. They're not just little bit, They got force behind it, honey. And it is strong force. So you don't want to make your life in your bed in the same old ways that you've been making it in for the longest day that you remember. You need to come away from the times and the places in life that you have been throwing all your stuff out to, giving your life out to, over here and over there and everywhere else, over hills and over places, over pills, whatever you want to call it, and become back into the whole of you, the me, wholeness of yourself and you. Now you me, first you, then yourself, then you me. Those are your three. You got to come up. Hell, that's your karmics. That's your root and your sacred chakra. That's karmic. That's karmic life. And that's what you always want in the you, and you. And it's not, all you're going to get is karmic out of there. From the root chakra up to there. But those are experiences and lessons you need to find. You need to take. But you can sow the good, you can sow bad. It's up to you. And you begin to sow more of the good than the bad, that's when you come back to you. And you get your you back, and you get up into your soul, chakra, solar plexus. And then you find your soulmate. And you got lots of soulmates, lots of them. And you can have many as you want. I mean, you before you come in here, you already know how many you're going to deal with, and you sign a contract before you can't even come on this planet without permission. The only reason you come in here is you had a permission to come in here, and the best way to come in is through the room. But they come in, and I walked in, so they walk in comes in all the time. They come in other ways, but is it the best way? It's not. The best way is to come through the natural, the birth and everything. And that's your contract that you sign, that you want to come in and to live on the planet. And you know that find that it's much easier to rid yourself of the karmic things that you have did in other lives and times, to do it here. That's what I'm hearing. They say that most of the beings come in, they find it's much easier to do it on this planet with this body, because the other ones are different, okay? And it's not in the free will. See, the free will is what messes you up. You see how it works with you? Yeah, the free will is the one that puts you in a entrapment, because it's free to choose. But here's the thing: how would you know what to choose when you haven't been in control of your life? Everyone else has been, but you. And your so-called pretend to be government, but he wasn't really either. No man has ever been in complete control of his life, not even the government or the queen. But other beings have been, and then inside of them, where the queen is, like she would be a Draco, and out of them on the planet, nasty self, going all kinds of crazy worlds, living and unbelievable, humanity ways of life, and every way that you can come up with. But then you have nice ones too, just like you have with everything else, because of the way they have infiltrated your life with different bloodlines or species. And you don't want to continue to operate under that energy, so you want to cleanse your blood, rid yourself from the energy of the ways of reptilian and Dracos that they have implanted inside of you. So there's going to be a cleansing coming, and the universe, galactics, the cosmic beings are going to bring, and things are going to help the mankind here heal your body, get better. You're going to change out your foods, and you're not going to have the grocery stores and all that corporation craziness upon your planet anymore. But you must do something as well to start making it happen, because here we got to get more cleaner food and things on the planet, and we must learn how to manage after ourselves and not let other people or different ones rule over you and tell you what to do and how you need to live your life, and how you need to decide whether you want to live your own life. Don't let anyone else tell you what to do. And you do not decide your own stuff, then you need to go find a guide or a teacher or someone that can help you to show you the way. And the love of themselves or loving you, okay? Not just anybody. Find someone that loves you, that will not give you the lie, but will give you the truth in the lie, and you can decide what you want. How you don't know when you don't know the truth, and you only have the lie. And part of the truth. Where's the other truth? Where's the whole truth? Huh? You see? Don't be listening to common men. Go ahead into yourself. Listen to the voice within. And pay attention. And then when you hear someone that gives you something that is necessary for you to hear and to receive, accept it. And don't run away from the truth. Because you're so entwined with the lie, you'll never be able to receive it. Got to look out of the lie, honey. And that's where the truth is. sitting right there behind you, right there beside you. They don't get the signs, but they're still there. And when you're in that Bible, and it's not giving you the greatest of yourself and the energy of loving you the way you need to be loved, you're in the wrong book. The one you need to be in is the one side, yourself. You need to be tapped in. You need to find out what is it and what isn't it. Why I am feeling the way I'm feeling. Why I'm not happy. Why I'm not satisfied. Why I have not found joy in a long time. Why am I single? Why I don't have a husband? You don't need a husband, first of all, because what you need is a consort and it's a soulmate or a karmic. Now, karmic, you're going to have them either way, but you don't want them because they don't keep a number karmic. But you need them to help you to see your karmic, help you let go, release. But if you're just going to block out every man and every woman coming in your reality, that you just, yeah, I don't want to. No, you're going to need them because they're going to help you. And if you're going to keep that karmic life, you're going to keep going in that cycle all the time. And then when you move off of this planet, because this one here is going to stay as a 4D from what I understand, but you'll go back down in another 3D conscious planet where everybody lives there in 3D, and you're still in that same old crazy world, and you'll keep round and around and around you go in karmic life until you find how to love yourself and to know that you're much better than what has been given or what have you been allowing yourself to receive or whatever, and that you deserve to be in the life of someone that can give you back something that you need or you want, and then you can do the same with them. Because you ain't gonna get a whole lot out of karmic, but you will get some good out of it because you want to get good. You want to give good. You want to get good. You see, but then karmic does not give you the greatest of life, and soulmate doesn't either. You gotta go to your twin, which is your consort, and that's you get into the heart. And then you and that twin got some things you got to get together and work out. And you and that's your life partner. You don't never leave that one. You and that one is together forever. But them don't need you don't come to them. You don't need them. You don't want them until they are in your vibrations. You got to match that vibrations. Because other than that, you got one in the soulmate and one in the twin. What? And they do let that happen. But if you got one in the soulmate and one in the twin, the one in the twin must take its place, its course, and help the one that's in the soulmate, because the one in the soulmate still got some soul ties, and so do you with them. But you got to get on up out this soul tie, let it go, get rid of it, get on back on up into your twin, and then help that other twin get there. And then you both on the same vibration. But I don't want one till they come, because they have to, yeah. And see, my vibrations, my twin has to come with me where I'm at. He's got to be right where I'm at. And I'm not, I do have one here, and he's here on the planet because we are 144,000. That's who we are. And that's all your twins. And we're all here on the planet. There's a Jesus on the planet, he's real. But you have to understand or know how the word is worded and who is the truth and who is not the truth. And if you don't know that, you've just given yourself to a place that does not even give you back the service that you give to it, which is something that is not planted under the energy that is given, allowing you to come to your wholeness of yourself, back to your spirit, when you become the spirit being that you are. Because you're allowing something else to be that part of your life, what you need to be a part in your life yourself. Why does Jesus need to be a part of your life? Be your own self, be your own life. Shoot. You have everything that you ever need and ever wanted right inside of you. You don't need to get it from others, and you don't have to praise God, whatever. What? What God you praising? Why, praising God. And you can't say the creator because you're giving right to the one that doesn't. It's not your creator. Until you can really know who is your creator. Who is it? Do you really know? First of all, you are yourself. Really? You are creating your own life. Under the program, you don't even know you're doing it, but you are. Because you have made a decision to accept it's just the way it is. Not knowing that you can have better. And you don't have to accept. You don't have to water in the mud. You don't have to have anything that you do not want. But you got to make that decision too. You see? And you cannot allow anyone to bully you. And men are very good at it. I don't mean men by sex. I mean just mankind. They love bullying people. And they don't even know what they are actually operating with when they're doing that. Because anything you do to me, you're doing it to yourself. Keep that in mind. You're not hurting me. You're not hurt person. You did not hurt nothing. You hurt yourself. Any word you speak it to yourself. The word don't care who you saying it about. It just hears you. And they're going to give you what you ask for. Just you. Your karmic. See how it comes in? Okay? Now, I didn't plan on spending this much time with you. I was planning on playing some more music. But here I am. Oh, my. I gave it to you. So I hope you enjoyed. And keep in mind, I played the one music, which I'm glad I played it, because you needed to hear that with the African, so you can keep in mind and donate. And feed the children, okay? But remember, feeding the children at other timelines. So come on, you got to know who they are, because you have not, ears have not heard, eyes have not seen. That's in your Bible. A minute, okay. All right, love you all, and do all the things you're supposed to do. Comment everything, okay? Yes, namaste.